Hey man, so you're depressed right now. You're going through a depressive rut, and you just feel like every single day that passes you by is just another day to make excuses. You feel like it's another day to be sorry for yourself. And I can't say I blame you, okay? Because though that's not the case anymore with me, it used to be the case. From struggling to find jobs, to not having the best relationship with my parents, to my dog passing away, YouTube not going the way I wanted to, my projects not going the way that I've envisioned them, struggling in school, just X thing, bro. Depression used to be a very common thing in my life. I would get depressed each and every single time that I was faced with any sort of adversity, any single inconvenience in my life. Everything would just pile up and just completely bring me down. I would feel like a failure. Every single time I woke up in the morning, I just wanted to put my head under the pillow and just start crying, bro. And nothing would come out because I was just so used to it at that point. Until now, man. Now I can proudly say that I am full of ambition, I'm full of drive, and each morning that I wake up, I'm excited. Excited to work on my projects, excited for the day ahead, despite having so many challenges still. Despite struggling with my finances, despite still not having the best relationship with my parents. I'm fighting through it, not letting myself get beat down by any of these issues, because it's not about the adversity in your life. It's about the problems that you face and how you take them on. How you respond to them will determine whether or not you're depressed. And the sad truth is, most people just don't know how to respond to adversity. Their mental framework, their mindset around it, their identity around it, it's just all skewed, man. And I just want to help you get through this if this sounds like you, bro. Because every single time I see a depressed young man, I just see my former self in them, bro. And I just feel like hugging them, I feel like helping them. And if this is you, man, stick around. I'm going to give you 3 practical tips that really, and I mean really, helped me, bro. They're going to be tips that actually give you results. And if you have any comments, because there will be gaps, this is only a YouTube video. If you have any questions or any issues along the way, this is a very small community. Comment them down below and I will gladly answer you, bro. With that being said, let's get to it. First, and arguably the most important point, man, is going to be the way that you interact with your stress levels and your emotions. When most people are stressed or they're feeling any sort of negative emotions, the first thing that they do is distract themselves with technology. They go on their phones, they watch YouTube, they go on Instagram, TikTok if you still even have that, and they just distract themselves and they think they're doing something by doing this, right? They think that they're relieving the negative emotions, when in reality, they're just drowning them out and letting them pile. This is totally wrong, man. In reality, what you are doing with technology is suppressing your emotions, not releasing them. When you use technology, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're not depressed. It makes you feel like you are actually satisfied with life. But it gets to a point where not even that satisfies you anymore. Not even that causes relief. Because you just have so much stress and emotions piled up that your body just cannot handle it anymore. And you have a mental breakdown, you have panic attacks, you get depressed, and the whole 9 yards. Just imagine a brain that is full of stress, full of negative emotions, full of even positive emotions, bro, but you just cannot process them because every inch of free time that you have, you spend distracting yourself. Honestly, bro, now it should be clear to you not only why you are depressed, but the reason that you can't sleep at night, the reason that your mind races whenever you're trying to fall asleep. Is it any surprise when you give your brain no time to process any of this during the day? And this is going to lead directly into my second point, bro, which is going to be to fix your ability to focus. You've probably heard this many times from me, but your ability to focus on something and your happiness are directly correlated. I want you to notice something, man. Whenever you are distracted, whenever you are doom scrolling, when you are going from one task to another, you are extremely unhappy. Your ability to be happy and satisfied with your life comes directly from focusing on something meaningful to you. Focusing on a project, focusing even on a movie, bro. Like if you're really enjoying that movie and just hanging out with your friends having fun, that is when you are happiest because you are in the moment. You are in the present. Fixing your ability to focus goes far beyond being able to get stuff done. It completely changes the way that you actually live life entirely. You're more happy, you're more satisfied, you're more full of joy. Because your ability to focus and be happy, this concept comes directly from a psychologist called Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. there's a concept that the more focused you are, the happier you are. So it's no wonder why people that wake up with purpose each and every single day, excited to work on their goals, are happier than people who are distracted. People who don't know what to do with life, that they only chase pleasure. They choose pleasure over meaning. They choose instant gratification over actually making an impact in the world. And therefore, it's no wonder why they're so unhappy. So definitely, man, look for your purpose. Look for your goals. And look for things that you can look forward to each and every single day that you wake up. I know it sounds so cliche, man, but your ability to really hone in and lock in, as people say, it goes way further than you might think. So don't underestimate it. Last but most certainly not least is going to be to have a routine, bro, because the tips that I just gave you, it's easy to just say them, right? It's easy to just give them to you. But if you don't apply them at the end of the day, none of your depressive issues are going to change. Sure, now you understand that you're supposed to process emotions and stress, that you're supposed to have silent time, that you're supposed to allow your brain to have that space to think. Sure, now you know that you're supposed to have focus and you're supposed to have purpose. So each and every day, you wake up looking forward to something. But none of this matters if you don't actually put it into practice. So what I do recommend is that you implement these silent times, these times to introspect while you're on the toilet, bro, while you're on your drive, on commuting to work, when you're eating a breakfast, eating your meals just in general. Sit in silence. Don't look for a YouTube video to watch like everybody else does. Trust me, man, you're gonna be far better off implementing the things that I just gave you into your already existing routine, because if you don't, you're just gonna have to use a lot of willpower. Let's say that you don't do it while you're eating. Let's say that you don't do it while you're driving, while you're on the toilet. You're going to have to look for another time to do it during the day. And that's just a drag for anyone, not just you, me, everyone. It's far better to implement a new habit into your already existing routine, so save yourself the headache and just do it. And of course, during these silent times, you will naturally be able to find the purpose of your life. Your brain will start introspecting. It will start thinking, maybe I should pursue this project. Maybe I should pursue this martial arts, pursue this business venture. Maybe I should pursue X, whatever it is, but your brain will start to come up with ideas, so this kind of happens naturally. So in reality, bro, all this comes down to, harsh as it might sound, is your ability to shut up and just be in silence. Silent time is required. It is not optional. It is a requirement, and that is why so many people in the West are so depressed. It's because we don't have silent time anymore. Nobody likes silence. Everyone loves to be stimulated by either music, by their phone, by scrolling, by doing yada yada yada, and we just don't have any time to process anything. So how do you expect your brain to come up with new ideas? How do you expect it to come up with a purpose for your life? It's not going to happen if you don't give it the space to think about those things. And more importantly, the space to process all the junk, to process the stress, to process the emotions. You get the point. So if you have any questions, bro, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. Very small community. Of course, I will answer. And if you want to join the Discord, link in the description. All right, brother? So have a good one and stay safe.